Hello and welcome to Dad Got This, where we answer the tough questions like, can you replicate that outdoor grilling experience if you're not allowed to have propane and charcoal? And why did the steak go to therapy? That second one's easy, because it had beef with everyone. This episode is brought to you by EliteFyre and their Volteq Intelligent Electric Grill. If you follow the channel, you know that I do quite a bit of electric grilling. Quite a bit. So the people over at EliteFyre asked me if I'd give their unit a look-see. So that's what I'm gonna do. This is a pre-production unit, so my unit may look different from the unit that you get if you do end up ordering one of these. Now that we got all that out of the way, let's put it on its stand and get a look at it in its real environment.
You can get the grill as a grill-only version, or you can get it with this grill cart. The cart features foldable side shelves, hooks for hanging all your tools, and wheels to make it easy to move around. The grill itself has 260 square inches of cooking area. That's pretty big. Porcelain enameled cast iron grates, and an easy clean grease tray. All of the functions are accessed using a single dial, and the grill also features built-in probes that you can use to control cooking.
Now that I know how to use the grill, let's give it a test. And for me, the great test is always a steak. I absolutely love steak, and if a grill can't cook steak, it's not a grill. This is a nice choice cut ribeye. I love ribeye, probably my favorite cut of steak. We're gonna season it up. I'm gonna use some dad dust. This is 50% granulated garlic, 50% granulated onion, and a pinch of MSG. Use it on everything. I have the recipe on my website. These are Szechuan peppercorns, green, pink, and black. We're going Asian with this steak. Now you notice I didn't put any salt on that steak because we're gonna use some soy sauce. Get yourself a bowl. We're gonna do 1/3 a cup of soy sauce. It's a knob of fresh ginger. I don't know, looks maybe about an inch of it. And you're gonna hit that over a microplane. 5 big cloves of garlic. I'm gonna hit them through a garlic press. One teaspoon of sesame oil. Tablespoon of brown sugar. Tablespoon of honey. This is mirin. It is a sweet cooking rice wine from Japan. We're gonna do 3-ish of those. And grab yourself a mortar and pestle and get some more green peppercorns. Say that's probably a tablespoon-ish. And we're just gonna break them up. We want them kind of rough. We'll pop in a tablespoon of that. And for good measure, let's drop in a teaspoon of dad dust. This is kind of almost a teriyaki-ish marinade. Should have some sweet, some umami, a little bit of heat from those Szechuan peppercorns. Grab yourself a plastic Ziploc bag. Drop the steak in there and in the bag. Kind of work it in there. Open up the middle so you can kind of push any extra air out. This is going to go in your fridge for 1 to 4 hours. With that marinating in the fridge, it is time to season our EliteFyre grill and get it ready to cook. This is something I like to do, especially on a first-time use, is to help season the grates. This is going to help with sticking. They are a cast iron enamel grate, so a little bit of oil is always good for them in like a break-in procedure. First thing we're going to do is turn it on, set it on the grill mode, which has a little icon right there. Push that button. We're jacking this guy all the way up to its highest temp, 650. That's going to show it's working. We're going to open our lid. And I like to get a nice high heat oil and soak a paper towel in it. And rub that all over the grill grates while it's preheating. For this steak, I'm gonna use a pretty standard grilling technique. I'm gonna sear it hard and fast and get a really nice crust on the outside. Then we're gonna drop the temperature down nice and low, set the steak in there, put our probe in, and let it come up to our desired temperature. For me, I'm gonna pull this at 125 and then let it rest for about 10 minutes to come up to a target temp of 135 Fahrenheit. That should be a perfect medium rare. A few minutes later, and that sucker's beeping, meaning it has hit its max temp of 650 degrees Fahrenheit, and it is time to sear this steak.
I grilled the steak with the lid closed for about 4 minutes. I flipped it just about every minute to different portions of the grill. This helps ensure that you have hot grill grates each time you move the steak because the steak cools down the area that it's sitting on. If you flipped it into the same spot, that section is not going to be as hot as a section in a different spot. Once I had some pretty good grill marks on it, I moved it to the other side of the grill, threw the probe in. I did have a little bit of difficulty getting the probe in, but that was more because the steak was a little bit thin, not the probe's fault. And adjusted the grill down to 250 degrees Fahrenheit and set the probe temp to 125 degrees.
And now we're gonna let it come up to temperature at 250 degrees Fahrenheit until it reaches that 125. Just clicked a couple buttons, set it to the probe, set my temps. Pretty easy. All right, she's beeping at me. That means we hit 125. Let's pull it. I'm gonna let this rest for 10 minutes. Let's see how this steak came out. We'll go right down the middle. Now that's gonna blush and pink up as the air hits it. But that is a pretty perfect medium rare. Ooh. That is a tasty steak. I would have liked mine to marinate for a little bit longer, but I really like that. That's a great marinade. As far as the grill goes, I was able to use it pretty easily. Didn't take much learning to figure out the knob setup. It did get very hot for the sear. Now, me personally, I would love it if they would release a side grate that has a flat top because you will get a much better crust with a flat top than the open grates in this style cooking. But that could be a version 2.0 or an accessory they release. The grill worked as advertised. Now, it's going to do more stuff when it comes out as a full version. There's going to be different intelligent modes you can click through and look through. I wasn't able to test that because, like I said, I have a pre-production model. But for what I could test, it grilled. It did what it's supposed to do.
And just for fun, I even decided to try some wings on it, and it made some pretty good wings. Nice little char mark on them. They grilled up nice.
So if you'd like to get more information about this grill, I'll throw a link down to the Kickstarter below with all the special pricing information. There's a couple of tiers of pricing that's going to happen. There's an introductory price for the first 100 units, then another special price for the next 100 units, and then it goes to its regular price. All of that information is going to be in the description below, so make sure you check it out. If you're enjoying this content, please do the likey subscribe stuff. YouTube loves it when you leave a like. I love it when you leave a comment. I answer just about every comment in my comment section. If you really want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. Members get all kinds of fun benefits. Information in that description below. With all that out of the way, I guess that only leaves one question to answer. Why did the steak become an artist? Because it had a rare talent. Yeah, pretty bad. Dad may tell horrible dad jokes, test out new grills, but one thing Dad will never do is an outro. So that's it. Bye.
This is the part where I thank all of my members. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you so much for your support, and rock on. I don't know why I said rock on, but rock on.